Okay, let's go. I now fill up my coffee at Circle K, and we have about a 1 hour drive to Drammen. And I'm listening to a new song I found on YouTube. Quite quite nice. So I'm not sure if I'm allowed to use it or not. I'm just taking a chance since I like it. It's now 5 Celsius outside. Not really warm. Guess I should use my sun. Oh, where are they? Uh, the hell? They disappeared again. Well, once I get on the highway, I will be driving away from the sun, so it's not that important, I guess. All those green buses usually drive outside Oslo, but since and the buses that drive inside Oslo are usually red. But since there has been so much issues with the electric buses they have ordered, they had to request help from the green buses companies as well. Like even in summer, the electric buses had issues, I guess. I guess I have to slow down now since it's only 40. Oh, hello, Keith. I wish I could have the AI Siri or something read up the chat. Oh, it's been 30 Celsius in September. Oh, that's uh, that's a warm September. I'm just glad they were finished with those temperatures for this year. We had like 20 Celsius maybe 3 weeks ago, I think, for a couple of days. But yeah, I don't think we're gonna get anything else than cold weather. Yeah, I have to figure it out. Unless I have to like have a proper streaming laptop in the car, so I can connect use Streamlabs or something for that. I mean, if X would have like implemented into YouTube or something, I could have used those AI voice models or bots or Chat GPT. Okay, I have 54 minutes left to drive. There is hardly any clouds. So today I'm just going to the office to learn some new stuff about the new program. I need to yeah, I'm going to use every day in my job. I have to ask my boss where the winter tires are for this car. Oh, please. No, I prefer when I have vacation. It's okay to have warm weather, but when I'm working, I prefer having it cold because I can't enjoy the warm weather when I'm working. So as much at least. But since I stopped being an electrician, I don't have to work outside so much. It's I guess it's rare to work outside with the job now because I'm basically a fire inspector, gonna check different houses like house blocks and buildings, like connect my laptop to the fire central, read the status of the fire detectors, and then go walk around testing everything. But so far, I have been like in training, so I've been working with another colleague who is from Germany, but he speaks Norwegian with a heavy accent. I'm working at a Finnish company called Hedengren. Hopefully there won't be too much traffic out. No, it shouldn't be because all of the people driving into Oslo from the west, uh, that's usually where the big traffic is, or heavy traffic, I mean, because there are so many directors or like people working in high positions. Instead of driving several people in the car, taking the what you call it, yeah, the bus and trains and stuff. A lot of them prefer to drive their own car, so it's one to one. Uh, I, it really depends if you meet like an old school Norwegian or like a young one. Most of the young people growing up now, they don't know how to be direct. They just they. I feel like a lot of people don't, or a lot of people should be more direct instead of like hiding behind the going. If they see this, if they see something they don't like, they just see it, go home, go to Facebook or whatever social media, and then complain instead of like. Luckily, it's not that bad yet, but at least for me, as I've been getting older, I've learned how to not take crap. So I directly, if I see something I find unfair, not just towards me, but anyone else I walk by, I do something about it. Especially with those things happening in England. God damn, it pisses me off. With all the people wanting to worship in the street and like doing stupid shit, or protesters like lying in France. The people are just lying down on the street, blocking the roads. Oh, did the music stop? Mm. No, just keeps on going. Yeah, but yeah, the Irish, I guess, are quite direct. But there's also a Ireland. I mean, also has that bullshit that uh, hotels get paid like £1 million or something per year to to host migrants coming to stay there. And I spoke yesterday. I spoke with a girl on my friend's Discord. She's afraid to go outside her house because if she walks alone, especially after sunset, she never knows what can happen. That is happening a lot of places in England and UK. They tried that in Sweden, close to my cabin, but the locals refused and just, I guess, pussied up and scared away the newcomers because they got a place to stay, like a old house that had everything you needed, and then they ripped everything apart and stole it, and then the house got replaced again, like with everything they needed. That happened 2 or 3 times. Like what the fuck? Yeah, it's crazy how naive the West, at least the Scandinavian countries, are sometimes. But like my neighbor, he is from I don't know what you call it. Uh, yeah, well, he's a black person from Africa. I forgot the country, but it's a Christian country. They're the best neighbors ever. So yeah, my son is the best friends with his son. So it's all about religion, I think. Some are not compatible. And then you had my apprentice when I worked in the electric company. His family was from Pakistan, but he's like so nice and everything. It's so crazy how big the Spanish or Spanish that, yeah, between the people and practicing. Yeah, but I think yeah, so it's a big hot topic, I guess. But hmm. Oh, I better watch my speed. No, not Nigeria. I will probably remember it once I stop thinking about it. Oh yeah, Eritrea. I'm not sure what the English name is. Of course, that country as well had a lot of Christians being killed because they were Christians by Muslim people. So yeah, that's, I guess, why a lot of people fled all those years ago. But it's kind of funny when you think about how the Viking, one of the most popular Vikings, Harald Hairfair or Harald Hårfagre, when he introduced, in quotations, Christianity to Vikings, he did just the same as those Islamists do. Either you convert or you die. But he had like, choose the Bible or the sword. That's why a lot of people from Norway fled to Iceland and Greenland. Yeah, and it's also funny that the Gulf countries like United Arab, yeah, those some of those countries, they have already like banned the Muslim Brotherhood because the only thing they want to do is make chaos, and they don't want anything to do with the Palestinians because they know how they support Hamas, and then it will, yeah, make their own country bad, I guess. So right now the world is a shithole, but can't do anything much about it since our politicians are so afraid to call a shovel a shovel, except Poland and maybe a few others. Oh yeah, Hungary. So the next country I'm going to visit, I guess, is I've been there before, but it's a long time ago. Hungary. They also have a lot of hot springs. It's a really nice place. Uh, because when I was in the fifth grade or sixth grade, I think it was fifth grade. I We lived in Hungary for 1 year, and then I had to go to an American international school. And in my eyes, that was like American indoctrination. Fuck. But it was a fun time. I had to like be in a special class because my English was not good. So I remember I had to participate with one guy from Sweden and some other people from other countries. And I remember I always got paired up with this girl, and she complained all the time, like, "That's unfair, that's unfair." I remember I got so mad and I just showed her the middle finger, and then my teacher, like, "It's allowed." Yeah, that was a nice time. We lived in Hungary and we used our house in Norway as like a summer house for 1 year. We had to drive through Germany and Autobahn and everything. And we had like this a car called Opel Sintra. Uh, it was fully spec. It had like 300 horsepower or something because my father, yeah. And I remember we would bypass some of the like Porsches and stuff because their speed limit would stop at like 250 kilometers or something. For my father is driving like a crazy. At least that's what he said. If they actually had a speed limit or limiter or something, I'm not sure. But we had like the 5 or 6 people in the car sometimes. It would still drive, yeah, keep up with those sports cars. That was a crazy good car. But since it's an Opel, once it got a few years, it had so much issues, we just sold it. And my father is like driving a car and suddenly hear something. Oh, you hear that? Oh crap, something's happened again. Then then we would take the car to the mechanic, and then so usually all his cars has always been working. But since it's driving to Sweden, maybe once or even twice a week to the cabin, he would have saved so much money on like gas if he had an electric car instead, or petrol, because in Sweden all houses has like 400 volts, unlike Norway where like 90% has. Yeah, in Sweden you have something called TN or Terra Nova, which is always 400 volts, but you can get 230 volts if you get from neutral and a phase, or you get 240 volts usually. But in Norway we have IT. I don't remember what that means again, but that's basically only 230 volts, even though we have three phase. Uh, breakers. And if you have TN, if you get a bad connect or some something wrong on an equipment connected, you would automatically the fuse will automatically or like usually always break because it's a it will then be a short circuit between the neutral and the phase. But in IT you have two phases, and if you don't have the right equipment, it doesn't notice until it's like a fully blown short, short, short circuit, and that's much more dangerous. And now there is another kind of fuse that has like this module that always is looking for errors. Uh, Norwegian, it's the short name is AFDD or something. Like if let's say you have cables going in the roof, and a rat starts gnawing on the plastic pipe, and then just before it gnaws on the cables, it can sense a slight difference or something, and then it shuts itself off before the cable connects between the phases. So that's they recommend using. I think they actually made it the rule that where people sleep, we have to use it, or where we have electrical appliances that want to use unsupervised, like tumble dry. No, is it called tumble dryer? I guess. But last I checked, it was like $150 for one, so it's quite expensive. But then again, you can sleep quite safe, knowing if something happens to your electrical system, the fuse will just shut itself off. I didn't think it would be this much traffic here. Right. But then again, with the, I guess there is road construction up ahead somewhere, so I wonder where my glasses went. Okay, I'm gonna change lane because this is ridiculous. Should you be going to bed soon, kids? If Oh, fan. The guy behind me had the same idea. And of course, now we stopped here. Crap! Wish I had the day off tomorrow. But at least in my job now, I can like do an inspection and do as much as I can, then plan when we need to test the bells of the fire alarm, and then I can drive home on the same day. I do a lot of work on the computer, so I can like drive home before the rush hour starts. That's really nice. Oh, they're gonna replace the what's it called? Tarmac? No, asphalt. Tarmac is probably something else. Because it seems they removed the upper layer. That's why it's so damn noisy. Just get out of Oslo, then it will probably much faster to drive. And luckily, I don't need to go to the office that often, so oh, that's an old Porsche. I guess those cars look cool, but I don't think they have like really good driving comfort. Oh, hello, buddy. Are you new? I don't think I've seen your name here before. I'm driving to my office, which is I have to drive by Drammen, the city, for a few minutes, and then I reach the office. I'm going to get introduced to a new program I'm gonna use for work, and hopefully I'm guessing my boss doesn't have my new phone yet, but it would be nice since I don't want to use my private phone for work because then I'm gonna mix up, have so many pictures filling up the phone in time. So I ordered an iPhone 16 with the Apple, what you call it, AirPods 2 or something, AirPod Pro 2, so I can have something on my ear instead of holding the phone all the time. I never tried those earplugs or any Apple AirPods or plugs, so I'm really satisfied with my iPhone 16 Pro. So of course there's one guy driving faster than the speed limit. Oh, okay, make that two. I'm just gonna go behind there. Yeah, nice of you to drop by, Keith. Have a nice night, I guess. My brain is already messed up, so I don't care. I laugh in the face of danger. So many Porsches here, goddamn. Well, this is west side of Oslo, so where like the rich people live. This is also where that YouTuber from Australia went. Um, what's his name again? No, Spartan something. I just randomly got him in my feed. He seems like a fun guy. Hello, Liam. Are you guys all from the North American hemisphere? And if so, should you be sleeping? But then again, it's nice, I guess. They have some new faces, or maybe I have you're just subscribed without me knowing. That's probably also something. Okay, this guy is not following the speed limit. Okay, I have 24 minutes until I reach my office. And here we have the rush hour going into Oslo from the west. Oh, I'm not looking forward to the first snowfall in a few months. is the road you can take to if you want to go to the west side of Norway to Bergen, or one of the roads. Can you guys hear my voice fine, or is it a lot of background noise?